Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta and my guest this week, well, the #1 slot in Hindi cinema is now up for grabs. There is big competition, but we certainly know who the ruling trinity there is. And my guest today, a member of that, Katrina Kaif.
Thank you.
Certainly, no doubt that the most searched name on Google.
Yeah.
Metal choice for the Bollywood Barbie, as they call it.
You know, both of those things
So superstar,
actually.
superstar.
No. I don't know about that, but you know, both of the things you mentioned actually, Mattel Barbie, the choice of them making that likeness doll, and Google were two of the most special things for me. I'll tell you why. I have 6 sisters. I don't know if you know that, and my sisters, obviously, they live in London, so, you know, they're not so aware of, like, the Hindi film industry and what goes on here. So when they heard about these two things, obviously every girl in the world knows what Barbie is, and every teenager in the world knows what Google is, so it meant a lot to them. And, you know, so I think everyone wants to make their family proud.
You get along with your sisters?
Oh, yeah.
So I hope they've not been sitting 24 hours just Googling you.
No. Yeah, and there's 6 of them, so it's enough, you know. No, they're not. But if they, because they know, obviously, you know, it's Google is part of their world. Barbie is something which we've all known growing up. So it was something which meant something to them, you know. Sometimes I call them up and I'll say that, okay, I'm doing a movie with whoever, you know, I'm doing a movie with Akshay Kumar, with Saif Ali Khan. And I'll be like, yeah, what? You know, because they live in London, they work there. Besides the youngest one, Isabel, who's here, the rest of them, they don't, you know, they don't know so much about our industry. So even though they're happy for me and they support me, they don't have that connect. So obviously when I said, you know, by the way, you know, on Google, you know what Google is, right? So they're like, yeah, we know.
Where do you fit in that long order of siblings?
Exactly 3 above me and 3 beneath me. So I'm right in the middle. So it's good because there's a hierarchy in every family.
So you have 3 big sisters and 2 sisters you can
bully.
Sister to,
exactly. No, play big sister too. Bully is the word.
Yes.
It's like when you go to London. Obviously, in London we don't have maids or cooks or anything. People don't live like that in London. So we have one big family house, and there's 5 rooms. So I obviously don't cook. I'm too used to having my Saida at home, and I'll say, you know, mujhe khana chahiye. So when I go to London, obviously that's hierarchy, so I'm in the middle. So any of the 3 beneath me, I say, I want food. And I'll say, okay, fine, who's going to make it this time? I say, you 3 decide.
And you tell them what you want and how you want your salt and how you want your meat
No,
done.
they're actually fabulous cooks, I tell you. This is the one disadvantage of living in Bombay is you become...
That's the Kashmiri in you.
Yeah, I think so. But also living in Bombay, we become a little bit... dependent on other people to do all the day-to-day things. You know, like a lot of us get out of the habit of cooking, making our own beds, you know, cleaning the utensils in the kitchen, whereas in London, you know, you have a family meal.
I used to have a foreign journalist friend in Delhi who, when he moved into India, came to see me and he said, look, I can adjust with everything, but I can't adjust to, as an American, I can't adjust to people walking around my house.
Yeah, a lot of people can't. Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of foreigners are like, you have a woman sleeping on, you know, a lot of people have their maid sleep in the kitchen. I personally don't. My maid sleeps in a room in my house. But, you know, they get a shock. And my mom, for example, whenever she comes to my house, the maid sits down and she's watching the TV and my mom's there cooking and cleaning and doing everything because, you know, that mentality is not like that.
So, you used an interesting expression. You said most foreigners, when they come, they find it odd. So do you consider yourself a foreigner or an Indian?
100% Indian. 100% Indian. I would give it, there's 3 parts to that answer. One part I would honestly say is because when I was growing up, I honestly always felt a very strong awareness that I am Asian. I don't know if that's politically correct or incorrect, but I always felt an awareness that I am different, and growing up obviously in a country which is not an Asian country, I was very aware that I was Asian.
Almost an Asian country now.
I know, now it is though. I know it is. It almost is. But I kind of always felt that I was, you know, that sense of belonging was missing.
Asked Banta Singh England da ki haal hai, and Banta Singh says England theek hai, Angrezon ne bada gand paya hai. It's a problem about the British. Right?
I know, but
it's like an Asian country